Hi, boys and girls. So this evening for math night, I'm going to be teaching you two different games, and they both require dice. So one of them, you can just use one dice or two dice. It depends on the way that you play it. And then the other game, you're going to definitely need two. So I'm using just regular dice. You don't have to have two different colored dice like I have. You just use two white ones or whatever you have. Or in your bag that you brought home from school, you should have some paper dice that you could use in place of these if you don't have these at home. Okay, so you can use these, or you can use the ones that are provided in your bag. And you should have all the materials that you need for our games in your bag. So the directions to both the games, any game boards that you need. There should be a 100 chart for one of the games that we're going to play. And then of course your two dice that are paper that you could use. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to swap my screen here in a minute. And by the way, let me introduce my helper. That's going to be my opponent for our games. And this is Sophia. She's my daughter. And so she's going to help me with these games to show you guys how to play it. And so I just wanted to introduce her before I switch the screen in case you're wondering who she is. She is one of our players. So I'm going to switch the screen now where you can see my actual table where we're going to be playing games. So you can see exactly what we're doing. Okay, so the first game that we're going to be playing, it's called Tic Tac Ten. So the object of this first game is you're wanting to get three numbers that add up to 10. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll your dice, one dice, and you're going to, whatever number you roll, you're going to write that number in one of the squares on your Tic Tac 10 board. And by the way, all you need to do for this one, you don't have an actual Tic Tac 10 board. You're just going to draw the grid that looks like this just on a plain piece of paper, just like you would normally be playing tic-tac-toe. It's going to be the same. So all you need is just like a blank white sheet of paper or notebook paper or whatever. Okay. So what you're going to do is one player will roll the dice, and then whatever number that player gets, they're going to put it in one of the squares. And then the other opponent goes, and then they write their number in another square. And you're trying to add up all three of your own numbers to add up to 10, which can be really tricky because you have to get exactly 10 for it to be a Tic Tac 10. So especially if you're trying to block your partner from getting a Tic Tac 10, then it may be a little tricky because you may choose to block your opponent instead of try to get a Tic Tac 10 on your side. So there's different strategies that you can use. It's not just about trying to get your own 10, it's also about trying to block your partner from getting a Tic Tac 10 too. So we'll kind of show that as we're playing and explain that. But basically you're rolling the dice and writing the number in one of the empty squares to try to add up to 10. So because you're doing numbers and not X's and O's, it's important to have two different colors. We're using markers, but you could use crayons, you could use different colored pens, but you need two different colors just so you know which numbers are your numbers and which numbers are your opponent's numbers. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Sophia, what color would you like to be?
I guess I'll be orange.
Okay, Sophia's going to be orange. I'm going to be green. Okay, so I'm going to let Sophia go ahead and roll the dice first.
Okay.
And then she's going to pick a spot to put her number in.
Let me just put 6. Okay. I guess I'll put it in the middle. 6.
Okay, we'll move it around this way so you guys can see too. Okay, so she rolled a 6, so she wrote hers in the middle, and she said when we were playing this before, she said she likes to put if she goes first, she likes to use that middle number because you have more opportunities to get 3 in a row. So you could do it this way or this way or this way or this way. So it's a good spot. So that's a good strategy that she just used to pick that middle one because that will give her more opportunities to get 3 in a row. Okay, so now I'm going to go. And I rolled a 3. So I have a couple of choices. I can look on the board and see where a good spot to try to get 3 in a row would be, or I can already start trying to think of ways I could block her, which since she's in the middle, that's a lot of spaces. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this top one to put my 3. So far, I just blocked her from being able to get a Tic Tac 10 here. Okay. All right, your turn.
Okay. 6. Okay, so I just went over 10, so I'm just gonna go. I don't know. I guess I'll go here. So
Okay. So she rolled another 6 and she put it up in the corner. So now I'm blocked from going this way, and I've already been blocked going this way. So now my number 3 over here is kind of useless. I can't really use it to add up to 10 for any spot. So let me roll 5. Okay, so I have a couple of options. I can try to put 5 somewhere else. My opponent has 2 6s here. So what's 6 plus 6? Sophia?
12. So
12.
I cannot
So
do that.
she already has more than 10. So if I put a number here, it's not really going to, it's not going to help me because I'm not really blocking her. She already can't get a Tic Tac 10 because she's over 10. So I could put it here just if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna, I don't need to block her. So it's important to be adding up in your head what your opponent has to see if it would even be helpful to block them. In this case, it's not gonna help me. So I'm gonna choose to put my 5. Let's put it over here. So I'm gonna put my 5 in that corner. Okay, so now I'm gonna see if I can maybe add up to 10 going down. We'll see, unless I get blocked by Sophia.
6. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna.
Oh, sorry, you need to be able to see. I'll turn it around in a minute.
Well, I don't want to block you yet, so that way you don't block me.
Okay, so she chose to put it down there because she said she doesn't want me to block her back.
I mean, it sounds fair, right?
All you've rolled is 6s.
Yeah, it looks like 6 is
Okay, that's your
is my
lucky number.
6 is
Okay,
my friend.
I rolled a 2. So I have still an option to go here. Really, I can't get, that's the only way I'll be able to get a Tic Tac 10 because, and normally I'm not going to be thinking out loud probably to my opponent so they know what I'm thinking, but I wanted to think aloud on our video here showing it so you can be thinking of ways that you could strategize, okay? So I'm not going to be able to go this way or this way or this way or this way because she has a number. So the only option really is for me to put my 2 over here somewhere. So I'm going to put it right here. So right now I have 5, 6, 7. I'm trying to get to 10.
So you need 3.
So I need 3 more. That's right. So I need 3 more to go in here to get a Tic Tac 10. If I roll a different number, it's not going to count. So I'm hoping for a 3 unless Sophia tries to block me, which
Okay,
she may.
well.
We'll see what she decides to do.
6. Oh my gosh. Can I stop getting 6 already? Well, there's no way either of us are gonna win. So, well, I mean, you could win. You know, I'm gonna let you win. I'm gonna let you try and win.
Okay, so the reason she said that there's no way that she can win because she keeps rolling 6s is because 6 plus 6 is 12. So if she puts 2 side by side or on top of each other, then it's going to equal 12. So she's not able to get a sum of 10 because she's over 10. So I'm going to roll. If I roll a 3, I'm going to put it here and I'll have a Tic Tac 10. If not, we may not have any winners. It may be a tie. Okay, I got a 2.
It's a 9.
So I'm going to go ahead and put it over here. Even though it's not 10, I'll still put it over here because there's only 2 spots. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't quite make 10.
Well, I mean,
so we'll see what Sophia rolls. She might still, well, no, this is a different, 2 different colors.
Okay, finally, I rolled a different number.
She rolled a 2. So she has 6 plus 6 is 12. That's a double. 13, 14, that's too many. And mine was not quite enough. So in this case, because no one won or no one got a sum of 10 with their 3 numbers, it's a tie. And that's okay because a lot of times you'll find it when you play this game, that's probably going to happen, especially if you're both really good at adding and strategizing with your opponent. It's going to happen. You have to get just the right number of rolls in just the right spots to get it. So when you do get it, it's really lucky because it's a difficult game to get a Tic Tac 10. So that's what makes it kind of fun. It's kind of a challenge. Now I'm going to show you another way to play this game, and it's with 2 dice. So if you really want to challenge yourself, another way that you can play this game is adding up to 20 instead of a sum of 10, you could do Tic Tac 20 instead of Tic Tac 10. So I'm going to show you a challenge way that you can do it called Tic Tac 20. Okay, so for this one, you're going to need 2 dice and you're going to add your 2 dice together. And then you're going to, once again, find a spot to write that number. So for example, if I rolled these two, and what I always teach students in first grade is when you're adding two dice, you want to pick the bigger number first. And this is with adding just numbers by themselves too. If you have two numbers that you're adding, you always want to take the bigger number first and then count onto the smaller number, because that's a quicker way to add. So I'm going to start at my bigger number, which is 5, and then I'm going to count on 5, 6, 7. So then I would write 7 in one of my spots here. Okay, so now the object is to add up to 20 using two dice. So you have to add the two dice together, and then you're also adding 3 numbers to try to get up to 20 also. Okay, so let me fix this so it's nicer. All right, so since I let Sophia go first last time, we'll take turns, and I'll go first this time. Is that okay, Sophia?
Yeah, this game is kind of like a game of luck to see what you roll.
It is, but you also have to make sure that you're adding correctly also. So
Yeah.
it's helping you get more fluent at addition, but it also, yeah, it is a lot of it just luck, just like in the regular Tic Tac
So
Ten.
most of the time,
Okay.
it's probably gonna be
All right, so I'm
high.
going to start at my bigger number, which is 6, and count on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got 11. So I'm going to do what Sophia did, and I'm going to write 11 in the middle. We'll see if that helps me.
Okay.
Didn't help her last time, so we'll see if that helps me.
Yeah.
Okay, so now your turn.
Yeah. The way I grabbed that, it looked weird.
It's gonna fly off.
6 plus 4. Okay. 10. Okay. So I think I might go here.
Okay. So she wrote her 10 up in the corner. Okay, so far I have an 11, she has a 10. So we're both just about halfway to 20. So we need 2 smaller numbers to try to add up to 20.
Yeah.
All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I have a 9. I'm gonna put it over here. Okay. So 11 plus 9, if I count on, and there's different ways you could do it. If you need to draw a picture, you can. I like to just count on. So you can picture it in your head, or sometimes what we do in class is I call it pounding it. So you pound your first number, so 11, and then you pound out the rest. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm already at 20. So guess what? I can't get a Tic Tac 20 here because I'm already at 20. So I can't roll a 0 because there's no zeros on here. So no matter what I roll, it'll be too many. So that's a bummer, but we'll see if we can get it a 20 a different way. Oh, that one's really going for a spin.
Okay, so 5 plus 2. Okay, 7. So I think I either am going to go down. I think I go down. I'll go down for 7. So I'm at 17. I just
right.
need 3 more.
So 10 plus 7 is 17. So she still can possibly, she gets a 3, she could get a Tic Tac 20.
So what I need is basically a 2 and a 1.
Yes. So I don't know if you heard what she said, but she said she's going to need, since we're doing 2 dice, she has to roll 1 with a 2 and 1 with a 1. That would make a 3. That would be her lucky roll. All right. Ooh, that's a big one. All right. So start at the bigger number, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again.
So you're at.
So if I do it here or here,
22.
I'm already going to be past 20 because 11 plus 11 is 22.
22.
So I'm going to try to pick a spot, well, which I'm in the middle. So any spot I have could possibly keep me from getting a Tic Tac 20 there. So I'm just going to pick,
20.
I could block her, but since she was nice to me in the other game, I'm not going to block her because she was kind and was letting me keep my spot on the other game. So I'm going to put it, such a hard decision. We'll do it right here. Okay.
Okay, I'm hoping to get a 3. I'll probably not, but
She gets a 3, she can put it here. If not, she could pick another spot on the board.
I'm hoping so much that I get a 3.
Oh,
one fell. Hold up. That's
okay.
what we do.
She got
I got a 1.
just roll that one again. We'll keep
Okay.
this one because it landed. Okay,
Okay.
she got it. She did get a 1.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2. No.
All right.
It was a 6.
5 and 1 make what?
6.
Okay,
So I mean,
no Tic Tac
I
20.
could still get a 3, so I'm gonna put my 6.
Ooh, that's a smart. She's thinking smart. She said I could still roll a 3 on my next roll, so I'm not gonna put my 6 there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 6 there.
Okay, so even though she can't get a Tic Tac 20 up here, she's blocking me from doing it up and down. So she was strategizing there, keeping this open in case she gets a 3, but also blocking.
You can still go across like that if you want. I'm just
okay, 5 and 1 makes 6. So I'm gonna be nice again. Leave it open in hopes that maybe she'll get lucky. Since it's so hard to roll a 20, I'll leave it open.
Please. Ah, 2 and 3. Dang it.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna be a tie, no matter what happens. So
Okay. So where would you
5.
like to put it?
I'm gonna put it here because
Okay. All right. And then I'll roll just for fun. Even though we know no one's going to win. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So all of our sums were just a little too high above 20. They were sums more than 20. So unfortunately, even the ones that were combined were a little high. So it's a tie again, which I said before when we played up to 10, that will happen probably a lot. That's the challenge of the game, and that's okay. All right, so that's Tic Tac 10 and Tic Tac 20, and those directions are in your bag. So now we're going to play a different game, and it's also adding, but you're also strategizing and counting up to, let me make this a little smaller, up to 20, okay? Oops, let me focus in. Okay, and I'm gonna make this bigger. And for this one, you don't actually need markers. You do need something to move on your hundreds chart though. So what I'm using is a dime and a penny. This is actually a play penny because believe it or not, I couldn't find any real pennies. Normally I have way too many of them, but hopefully at home you have something that you could use, like 2 different coins, because we've been learning about coins. So I thought that would be fun to use as our little markers. But if you want to use something else like a paper clip, or if you have cubes or some type of little small toy that would fit in the square, you can use that. You can really use anything. But we're going to use a dime and a penny. So you'll need 2 markers to move on your hundreds chart. And then also you'll need 2 dice. So you can use the ones in your bag, or you can use ones like the ones that I have here, just regular dice. And the object of this game is you're trying to reach 100. Now there's 2 different, Sophia and I talked about this. There's 2 different ways that you could play. So in the game directions for this game that you have in your bag, it says that you have to reach exactly 100. So if you go past 100, like if you roll a number that's gonna make you go past 100 once you get down here, then you lose. Or if you don't quite make it to 100, then you lose. So you can play that way. That's the way it's written in the directions. Or if you want to do whoever gets to 100 or past 100 is the winner, because that's a little bit easier. It's going to be a little bit difficult to land right on 100 perfectly. So if you want to play it that way, where you just, whoever reaches 100 or higher wins, you can do it that way instead. It's sort of up to you and what you and your family decide on how you want to play it. Okay, so here's the catch in this game. For this game, you're adding your 2 dice together, just like in Tic Tac 20, we were adding the 2 dice. You're going to add the 2 dice together. And then whatever number that is, that's how many spaces on here you're going to move. You're not going to go to that numbers that you rolled. You're going to actually move that number of spaces. So for example, if I have a 4 and a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I would move 7 spaces from wherever I'm at the board. So if I'm down here and I roll a 7, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're trying to move up to 100 each time you roll. So of course, if the two numbers are bigger, then you get to move more spaces. But here's the catch. This is the one that'll get you. So listen closely. Here's the catch. 1 is not something you want to roll on either one of your dice. So if you roll a 1 on either dice, then you get 0 points and your turn is over. Okay. So if you roll like a 5 and a 1, or if you rolled a 6 and a 1, that doesn't count. So you have to actually roll 2 numbers other than 1. 1 is sort of like your bad luck number in this game because you lose all your points for that round. Okay, so then it's your opponent's turn. Now, here's the other thing that you have to kind of think, is it worth it? If you don't roll a 1, so say I rolled a 6 and a 3, I could move that number of spaces. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So say I'm the dime. I could move all the way to 9, and then I could stop and let my partner go, or I could try to roll again because I didn't roll a 1 and hope that I don't get a 1 that time. But here's the unlucky part. If you do end up taking that chance and you roll again and you do roll one of your dice as a 1, then you have to go all the way back. None of your points for that turn count. So I would have to go, so say the next one I rolled is a 3 and a 1, I'd have to go all the way back to 1, or my starting point, I guess, before 1, because you've lost all your points for that turn. So you can take that chance and hope you get more points and that they aren't going to be a 1. But then if you get a 1, then you have to go all the way back to where you started. So it might be helpful too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little tally sheet. Well, not tally actually, because I'm going to actually write the numbers and add them as we go. So,
and a lot of this game is just about luck.
I'm going to write my name and Sophia's name. Okay. And then as we go, I'm going to write the numbers that we roll for that turn, so that I know how many spaces that person has to go back. So if Sophia decides to roll 3 times, but then she rolls a 1, she's going to lose all those points. So I'm going to keep track just on a score sheet here. If you want to just go 1 at a time and you don't want to do the part, take the chance that you roll a 1 and you just want to take turns, maybe that's easier for you to keep track of. You can do it that way too. But in the game, it allows you to go as many times as you want, as long as you're not rolling a 1 on one of your dice. Okay. So hopefully that all makes sense. We're going to go ahead and start the demonstration. Okay, so Sophia, would you like to be a penny or a dime?
I guess I'll be penny, since when we were practicing
Okay, we've already played it once just to get the hang of it. So she's going to be the penny again. I'll be the dime. Okay, so none of us have started yet. So I'm going to let Sophia go ahead and roll her dice and add it.
Okay. 10. Okay, so 10. I'm gonna risk it and go again.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and write her number 10 down here, so I know that's how many spaces she moved in case she has to go back.
No, okay.
Okay, so what do you have to do now?
I have to go back.
So maybe you shouldn't have taken that chance.
It's fine.
She's a gambler.
I got 4 times.
Okay.
I got 4.
Yeah, sometimes it won't happen. You never know. That's why, like you said, it's kind of just a game of luck, and you never know if you're gonna roll a 1 or
and
not.
Also, I went 4 times when we were practicing, and I caught up quite a bit. So
yes, you did. Sometimes it's worth the risk. You have to decide if it is. All right, just like before, we're gonna start at the bigger number when we're adding 5, 6, 7. So I have 7. I'm gonna write it down so I know. Thank you for moving my space for me. All right, so I can stay there or I can take a chance. I think I'm going to take a chance. I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah.
So Oh, I shouldn't have done it. Not only did I get one, I got 2 ones.
That happened to me last
So
time.
now I have to go back. I didn't get any points. Okay, so now it's Sophia's turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit because I don't want to land the other ones again. Okay.
Okay.
10 again. Wow. I'm with the
Okay,
10.
are you gonna go again? Or are you gonna?
I'm gonna risk it again.
She's gonna risk it.
Watch me do the same thing I did last time. Okay, 5.
Okay, it was worth the risk
1,
that time.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so are you gonna stop there?
I think I'm gonna stop there. I don't want
Okay.
to risk it.
All right.
You get a high number.
All right. Look, and so the first time I rolled this time, I rolled a 1, so I've lost my turn. I can't move any space. So if on your first roll you roll a 1, then just goes to the next person.
I don't want to restart.
Oops. Drop the dice. Did you drop both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you could be like what, like 80 or like 87 and then just back to the start.
No, actually, I'm glad you said that. So you only lose your points for that turn. So I'm glad Sophia said that. So let me clarify. For the going back, that's just for however many rolls you did on just that one turn, not since the beginning of the game. So you don't have to go all the way back to 1 every time you roll a 1. It's only back to where you started before that turn started. So if you were at 65 and you rolled enough to get you to like 77 and then you rolled a 1, then you just go back to 65.
So let's say I go to 34 and then I roll again and then I get a 1. So I just go back to 15. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'm glad we clarified that.
2 and 2. Okay, 4. 1, 2,
Double.
3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, she's gonna take a chance.
Take a chance.
Okay, and she was on 15, so I'm gonna make sure that I have that
Okay.
on my score sheet so I know where she has to go back to if she has to move back for this turn.
Okay, 3, 4, 7, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm gonna risk it one more time. I'm thinking I'm gonna risk it one more time, maybe not. Okay, it's my lucky day. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 35.
Okay,
Do
so if she rolls a 1, she has to go all the way back to 15. If
Not-
she rolls something other than 1, then she moves whatever that number added together is.
Okay, I'm not gonna risk it.
Okay,
Here you go.
she's not gonna do it. I still haven't even gotten on to 1 yet. All right, 4 plus 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna move all those. Since I started at 1, I don't really need to count it out. I just go to 7. Since I'm behind, I'm gonna take a chance. It might be a bad idea.
And I hope you catch up.
Okay, 5, 6, 7 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna
Okay.
stop there. I'm gonna let Sophia go because I don't want to take a chance. So
Okay.
I'm gonna note where she's at. So she's at 35. So I'm gonna make sure I write that down on my sheet over here so I know where she's at. So I circle the last number so that I know that's where she would have to go back to.
Okay, 2 and 4. Okay. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna do it again.
She's gonna take a chance. She has to go back to 35 if she rolls a 1. And she did.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, because this might take a little while, is we're gonna stop our game here for the video recording, because I think by now, hopefully you get the idea of how to play the game, so then you have time to play with your family. But if you want, I also wanted to say, in your packet, you also will have a sheet up to 200. So again, for a challenge, if you want to go up to 200 instead of just up to 100, you can do that as an added challenge. If you want to make the game a little bit more challenging and maybe a little bit longer, you can do that. Okay, but you're still playing it the same way. You're just going up to 200 instead of 100. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed learning these games and that you'll have fun playing with your family. And also have fun adding, okay? We'll see you guys later. Have fun.